with it right here with who I started with. We something like the Spartan, it's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Uno, Central Coast, mobbing suicide, always arsonists. I step in the booth and cats, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful Linda Raza. Do me a favor, if you like this content that we keep dropping on the daily, go ahead and do me a favor, man. Right at the bottom of that video, there's a thumbs up button. You could bang that thumbs up button. It's all to the good, man. That helps us reach a larger audience. It helps us in the algorithm, and it helps us pushing toward our goal, right? The next goal that we have right now is 20K. We're going to get to 20K all because of you guys, man. You guys rock with your boy. Highly appreciate it. Bang that thumbs up. Do me a favor. If not, there's a button right next to it. That one specifically is for the creeps, the weirdos, the lurkers, the stalkers, the predators, and all their supporters, right? The haters, the ones that hate it, that we made it. But we ain't going nowhere, Holmes. You can go ahead and hit the thumbs down button right next to that thumbs up button, okay? Before we get into the title of this video right here is, does the runner really owe me 10 G's? Well, let's show the black and whites. Before we do that, let's keep it professional. Let's go through the formalities. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. The members only is the backbone of the community. I highly appreciate them more than they know for their support. Something 99 every single month, man. I highly appreciate it. You guys get the shout out. You guys get the green YouTube wrenches. You guys get the super wrenches to whack people, all that stuff, man. Shout out to the members only. And if you're new to the channel, well, stay subscribed, cabrones. I promise you, we're going to drop banger after banger, because this is what we does, okay? But I appreciate you guys for tuning in again to Chicano Tube, and we're back on it, man. We're back at it. Let's go. So anyways, this was something that, it was actually a DM inside of my Instagram, and I just decided to go ahead and run with it. Why not? To make content. Because it was this year, but it was just a couple months back. I don't remember around what time, you know what I mean? That the runner goes ahead and tells lies, right? He is a habitual liar. He'll lie to make himself look cool, to make himself look bad, to make himself look tough, to make himself look poppin', etc. Like a true boy, right? Because all those things that I just said are things that boys esteem, not the things that men esteem. The things that boy esteem is, oh, let me get it poppin', let me show jewelry, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm tough. That's what boys do. That's what boys care about. Men, what we care about is taking care of our familias, being there, supporting them, leaving a legacy, raising our children in the ways that they should go, etc., right? Family men, right? Anyways, so it was another lie that came out of him. I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago, right? And again, he ended up pulling L right back into this pinche bronca. He pulled L right into this thing, talking about, what are you talking about? What contract? There was no contract. Y hace la pinche cara de tontolón, the way he always does it, right? There's no contract. What contract? So let me give a little bit of back history and just completely obliterate this one more lie that is one of the reasons probably the runner got ran off the YouTube yarda. And now he's with 13, 14, and 15-year-olds on TikTok. I mean, I don't agree with that because, again, we stream. We're going to start streaming on TikTok, but it's never going to be our home. YouTube is always going to be our home. And if I have a second home, it most likely will be Twitch. But anyways, that's what the runner and Bud Light are doing, right? They're going over there because, hey, you could just move platforms and just start manipulating and come off as whoever you want when they don't know you for jack, right? But a lot of people are righteously going over there and letting the people know what's up over there, right? Before he manipulates youngsters or just misleads them, right? Like a fake and a fraud that he is. So anyways, a couple months ago, he did that. He made a face. Someone sent me a clip. What contract? What contract? Dude, the pinche cara, the pinche feo. Not just that, you look like a weirdo, man, with that bush. This dude looks like he's about to jump out of the bushes on a broad, man. Cuidado, man. Shit with this dude, man. I wouldn't put it past me anyways. If next thing you know, he gets arrested for that and they drop the paperwork on the internet, that wouldn't even shake me nor would have surprised me. And I won't give a shit neither, right? This baboso right here is, he's stooped to new lows, as of recently, especially when my brother from another mother, Rascal, rest in peace, over to the homie hangout, especially when he passed away, he showed again his true colors, false narratives, fake narratives, disrespect the family. I mean, huge disrespect. If I did what he did during that time, I'd roll myself up off the YouTube yarda. You wouldn't need to roll me up because I still have something called morals, principles, and character, okay? If I did that, I would have got my ass out of here. But no, not him. Descaradamente, he's going to do what he does, right? Well, he ended up saying that there was no such thing as the fight, right? One thing, there was no signed contract. One thing he said that actually triggered, that pissed off mi hermano Cholo Trucker, who I call the baddest Chicano on YouTube. He's run more fades than anybody. He's got more time in the ring, more putting up and not shutting up, more pulling up and not woofing than anybody on the internet. So shout out to Cholo Trucker, man, for being the baddest Chicano. He got upset, and I think this was last year, where this individual made a comment and said that the Cholo Trucker fight wasn't a real fight, that it wasn't a real fight for whatever the reason, because of his lackluster, because obviously everyone saw that the runner has absolutely zero hands. And I mean, he has zero hands. I don't know who's worse, or him or the other pendejo in Arizona, whatever they call that pendejo, right? Paradigm, dropping paradigms. I don't know which one is worse. Maybe that baboso over there, because that fucking dude couldn't even fucking punch an ant, But maybe because of that performance, that wasn't real, wasn't real. He gets pissed off because he's a pump-up case at the chats, right? When they make videos about him, he gets pissed off. When they comment about him, he gets pissed off. You ain't got no hands. You ain't got no hands. That, I can't even believe that baboso reacted to his own fucking showing that he has no hands. I would be embarrassed, etc. I might not leave YouTube for something like that. I'm just like, it is what it is. They can see I have no hands and all I am is talk. Maybe that's not a reason to leave YouTube. That's not like what he did to Raskeezy or the weirdo shit that he's done. Or in this instance right here, where I have the black and the whites, and I'm going to show this on YouTube for the first time. That way we can alleviate this whole myth, right? So more of a backstory before we drop it, and we'll drop the paperwork right now, is there was a fight in 2022 that I was putting together. It was going to be around, I think it was going to be around Halloween time, etc. But we had plenty of time to get ready for the pelea. This is what blows my mind away. I can give someone 3 months, they won't be ready. I can give them 6 months, you won't be ready. We could sign the contract right now. It's November 30th of 2025. We can do it November 30th of 2026. And when November comes, I'm not ready. Well, this individual signed this agreement months, at least 4-5 months ahead of time. But what was he doing the rest of the time? Again, this was when a lot of people were fucking with him. I personally backed up off of him because of the sex play, but that's just the clecha that I have. That's it. I'm not saying I'm big, I'm bad. I'm not even anything related to the streets anymore. So forget about that for you thinking that you think that I think I'm a tough guy, etc. Right? But anyways, the street IQ doesn't go anywhere. Matter of fact, you should only be a smarter, well-rounded individual, more intellectual individual if you can mix book IQ with the street IQ, right? So it hasn't gone anywhere. So anyways, this individual, we go ahead and we do a contract. And yes, we put it on paper to dispel the myth that there was actually nothing signed. And some people are saying that he doesn't owe me 10 G's. That reminds me of Clavo in the movie Blood In, Blood Out. Remember that? Remember when Miklo, he just paroled doing 9, and Crucito took him over there, right, to the famous apartments. Remember those ones? He went up there, and Clavo was there. He was a loan shark, right? And I remember Clavo goes, Crucito, hey, you're a hard vato to get a hold of, Holmes. Where's those little 3Gs you owe me? And I'm going to tell the runner the same thing right now. Hey, pendejo runner, where those little 10G's you owe me? Oh, Mikey, he doesn't owe you 10G's. Oh, okay, I said I didn't want to make this video too long, but I do want to give at least a little bit of backstory and then go ahead and drop the black and whites. Look, the fight was about to go down. I had Ace 100, who's a heavyweight out of Bakers with heavy hands, coming up against one of stories written by current prisoners' main boys, and he was going to throw his heavy hands out of Riverside. We're going to have Riverside versus Bakers, co-main event, and then the runner, whatever he represents, the Chirujos or whatever, versus stories written by a current prisoner who's just a civilian guy and really is fascinated, I guess what you could say, with the streets, because the stories they tell on his channel, que pedazos and huilas and kites and you know, STG groups and all this other stuff. It is what it is. He's really intrigued by it, and he wears a mask, right? Similar to this mask that I got right over here, right? This mask right over here. He wears it, but it's not that good, right? Matter of fact, he looks kind of like the Hobgoblin también when he puts that mask on. Anyways, so I end up calling the runner about a month to a month and a half before the fight. I said, hey, now we're going to start doing video promotions. It's time to ramp this thing up. And back then I had his cell, right? I had his directa. And when I contacted him, this is exactly word for word. If this is not correct, may I get struck down by lightning right now. If this is not correct, exactly what I'm going to say right now. Because if I tell a lie on this bitch right here, I'm done. I'll roll myself up, man. I don't got the time. Like I say, I just don't got the time to be fake, to be a fraud, or to be whatever, right? Anyways, so I go ahead and I call him and I say, hey, cabron, we're getting ready to go. It's 45 days out. Let's get this thing ready. We're going to put a schedule. We're going to start doing promotions. Your channel, my channel, his channel, her channel, all this other stuff, right? This is what he tells me. Oh, Mikey, I don't know. Oh, Mikey, I lost 20 pounds. Oh, Mikey, I don't know. Let's push it off a little bit. Well, you might not believe me, right? You might be on the F Mikey team or one of the haters, trolls, weirdos, predators, or creeps, right, that don't like your boy. So you know what? Doesn't lie. I'll tell you what doesn't lie, babosos. Black and whites never lie, man. They never lie. So here we go. Coming from a contract that we have signed. I told you the fight was on Halloween, and this was signed on May 6th. So the day after Cinco de Mayo, there might have been a little bit of, you know, getting pumped up right there. Oh, okay, it's the Mexican holiday. Let's do this shit for La Raza, etc. We got this thing signed, and it says this. These are the black and whites. If any of the main event contestants does not participate, parentheses, fight in this event, for any reason and or all reasons, the contestant who did not participate, fight, shall pay the remaining two parties who will split the fee 50-50, a penalty fee equal to $10,000 within 24 hours of his making the other parties aware of his non-participation fighting in the main event. And you go ahead and you see the individual signatures right there at the very, very top. And he actually even put his old block, his old neighborhood right there, which is he put the 730 right next to it. That's like the nail in the coffin. If you didn't think that was his signature, because anyone can scribble anything, Mikey, ¿qué pasó, güey? Well, that's what his old IG used to be called, the 730 shooter, right? 730 shooter, even though he's not shooting shit, he's just jumping in trash cans, right? Well, there it is, gente. Does he owe me 10,000? Technically, yes. But we already know this, okay? I got badass pinche gente that can do shit in all kind of different departments and all kinds of places that people on YouTube with limited, thinking will never even fathom, right? We ended up finding out that, yeah, he's just living under a different name. That he owes about $40,000, $50,000 in child support, and it's only racking up. And he's not embarrassed that he doesn't take care of his children, but rather would show money off to make you guys think he's cool and on the internet, and he's a solid, and he's a real individual. Well, the black and whites show otherwise. You wasted my time, baboso. You wasted my motherfucking time. But the last thing I want to say is this. There's redemption for you. Absolutely redemption, right? As far as me and you goes, it'll turn water under the bridge in a second. And that's my palabra. That's my palabra. Remember, I'm one of the last babosos that has proven year after year on YouTube to not waver from his palabra. So my palabra to the runner as a man is, if you will get in the ring with L from A Prisoner's Awakening, I will make sure that my attorney rescinds the default of judgment. Whatever me and you got going on is water under the bridge, because after you run it with L, I will give you your flowers and say, hey, for the second time, he pulled up on YouTube, and you got to give credit where credit is due. So I don't even want the fade. I want you to get in there with L. We'll make it happen in Portland, Oregon, if that's what you want. And if you want that, cabron, well, reach out to me, man. All right, anyways, enough of this, baboso. Enough of the video right here. If you like it, go ahead and hit the like button. If not, you don't have to like it. Hit the chinga tu madre button for the weirdos, creeps, predators, and chomos, and all their homies right there. Hype the video as well. Go to the comments right now. You're watching the video. Just scroll right to the comments. They got little 3 dots. Scroll right and hit that hype. We got fire content dropping on the daily. But don't forget to help others move in excellence. Don't forget, because it's going to help them and it's going to bless you. To the next episode, gente, I'm out.